I think it was in the mid-70s when I started writing music seriously. And at the same time, I lost the use of my left hand, mostly for the fine muscles in it, and I couldn't play the piano. And I was hurting, and I wrote a song that would help me to try and understand it, and it was called "Lord, Are You There? Do You Hear My Prayer?" You know, why wasn't He healing my hand? And it helped me to hear that, what I had written, and a few years later when I was writing for children, I decided to write a child's version of that, because little kids wonder, Heavenly Father's really hearing their prayer. And the church contest was coming up, and I decided to write a two-part song where the child would speak to the Lord and the Lord would answer. Now, at first I wrote, for the Lord's part, I was writing his reply in first person. He was saying, "Speak, I am here." And the correlation committee, or the music committee, I forget, they said, we shouldn't put words in the Lord's mouth if we're going to put quotes around them. And besides, this would limit who could sing it. And so at their suggestion, I made the reply be, "Pray, He is there." That makes it possible for any teacher to sing it with one of her primary students, or a parent, a mother, a dad. It was a brilliant idea. And so all kinds of combinations of people have sung it since then. And it has been a favorite for me of any song I've written personally. I guess the most interesting responses I've had in the way of letters have been from mothers telling me some way it's been helpful or useful or even comical with their children. There was one little girl, 3 years old, and her grandmother asked her to say the blessing on the food, and she said, bowed her head, and she said, "Heavenly Father, are you really there?" In the 90s, our director, Craig Jessup, asked if I'd be willing to add a little to the song, maybe introduce it at the beginning or provide a new ending. I couldn't see right away what to do, but I thought we'd just be in a setting, the lyrics would just talk about a family meeting together at the end of the day, and parents talking to the children and teaching them, and at the end dimming the lights and kneeling down and hearing their child's prayer. So I just added that part on the beginning to set the stage. We just lengthened the ending out a little bit more, repeated a phrase. I think it was a nice idea and has added a lot to the song. I was actually in the Tabernacle choir when the song was first introduced with the added parts. It was a very special moment for me. Had a hard time singing actually, but I kept my mouth moving, and I never will forget the feeling of singing any of my primary songs with the choir.